Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, my name is Azzuhra Syifaa and I am from Arabic classes. In this video, I would like to talk about young marriage and family problems in Indonesia. So, according to Cultural Atlas Editors on 2016, in collectivist cultures such as Indonesia, families are perceived as having a collective face. In this sense, the act of an individual will impact the perception of one's entire family by others. Therefore, individuals should strive to give their family a good name and honor to their parents. They are also expected to be loyal to their family before any other connections. Indonesian culture stresses that people are socially responsible for their families and that children must look after their elders. For example, they may have to work away from home to provide financial assistance or give up their leisure time to raise siblings. On one hand, this pressure can be restrictive for young Indonesians as much time is consumed with family duties. However, their loyalty is rewarded with a sense of security and reciprocal assistance when needed. The nuclear family is the newly predominant household structure as it has become more common for couples to only have two children. Elder grandparents or unmarried siblings may join the domestic unit as personal circumstances change. The links an Indonesian person maintains with their extended family overseas are much closer than those maintained by most people in Western societies. Age determines status in the household hierarchy, with children expected to be obedient and doting to their parents. The father or oldest male is usually the patriarch while women take care of domestic duties. Women have the ability to forge their own careers and have more rights than women in some other Islamic countries in regard to property, inheritance, and divorce. However, most of Indonesian society is still patriarchal and many wives will attribute their success to their husbands allowing them to be successful. And for the relationships and marriage, in Indonesia, marriage indicates full adulthood, and people are often pressured and probed about their marital status. They are often asked like, "Are you married yet?" And the response is either yes or not yet. Answers always allude to the notion that it will happen imminently or eventually. People do not usually marry those of different ethnicities in Indonesia. However, it is becoming more common in the urban areas. Arranged marriages are still prevalent in rural Indonesia, with many women marrying by the time they are 20 years old. In accordance to Islamic values, an Indonesian man can have up to 4 wives if he can prove that he can provide for them equally. However, though it is allowed, polygamy is uncommon in Indonesia. And now, child marriage remains as a serious problem in Indonesia. Currently, 1 in every 7 girls in Indonesia is married before the age of 18. According to Syifaa Institute, there are a young girl that was married off at the age of 14. Now at 18, she is the mother of 2 children. She said that her parents were afraid that she would commit adultery, so marriage was seen as a way to avoid that. She would never let her little daughter marry at such a young age. It would pain her. She wanted her to study and educate herself. Child marriage is a serious issue in Indonesia, which has the 7th highest number of child marriage in the world. It is estimated that 1 in every 7 girls in Indonesia are married before 18, the age recommended by the International Human Rights Organization. Pressing poverty, lack of education, and to a certain extent, cultural norms are some of the factors contributing to prevalence of child marriage in Indonesia. According to a study by Indonesia Statistic Agency or BPS and UNICEF, 30.5% of girls in West Java are childbride. The study covered the period 2010 until 2015. Child marriage is thought to be behind several social problems like domestic violence, high mother and infant mortality rates, divorce, and even trafficking. Under Indonesia's 1974 marriage law, girls get legally married at 16, although boys must be at least 19. That contradicts the 2002 law Child Protection, which defines as a child as someone under the age of 18. And I hope we can fight this problem together so every young girl could have the same opportunity to reach their dreams. Government, parents, and everyone should help each other to remind people around them with hope that similar problem will occur less in the future. And I think that's enough from me. Thank you so much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.